Then number 20 Texas, they went on the road at Mississippi State. And Texas, I mean, somehow they ended up winning in final overtime. I mean, I don't understand Texas. They were getting blown out just about in the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden they get a huge touchdown. The kick return, or the punt return rather, was a crazy motivation shifter. And it's just like, all of a sudden Mississippi State just completely loses it and just really chokes. And Texas, they feel so fraudulent, but it's like, why can't you finish the job, Mississippi State? Yeah, it's a bummer, but Texas ends up living to fight another day, Jack.
Yeah, they do. And I don't really agree with them being ranked. I know we had them ranked last week. Just I think we were putting a lot of stake in that Oklahoma win, which is very
Right.
impressive. But now that Oklahoma is kind of dropping these games and not looking as good as
Mm-hmm.
they did earlier in the season, I think it's okay to drop
Mm-hmm.
Texas out and put teams like Washington in, which how is Washington not ranked? We'll get into it. We've talked about it so much.
Right.
But
Right.
I think you got to put teams like Iowa in there, like Navy in there, and I know
Mm-hmm.
USC's in there, but they're definitely over Texas as well. I just don't see Texas being that contender because their two losses are not close at all. Like they may look close on paper, but that's really like a two-score loss against Ohio State. They were not close at all in that game. That's a garbage time touchdown. And same thing with the Florida game. They were not close at all in that game. And Florida's not a very good team. I know Florida somehow is still in the hunt for the SEC. I don't know how that's even possible, but with those four losses,
Right.
that's
And
not a
the
bad
coach fired, yeah.
right. I don't. I mean, that's not a great team either. So that's not a good loss for Texas. But very, I would say, impressive just to come back and win against these SEC teams. Like they kind of did this last week against Kentucky, winning in overtime. But
Yeah.
it must really suck being a Mississippi State fan. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
they just can't get the job done. They had Tennessee on the ropes
Yeah.
earlier in the year.
They were getting the rest of the field.
And you're like,
Right.
okay, whoa. Is Mississippi State like a good team now? Apparently, they're not really. And even after that, okay, maybe you drop Tennessee. That really sucks. Obviously, you're going to drop that game to A&M because,
Right.
they were just on fire. But to lose that game against Florida is just head scratcher. You're about to win the game. You're down by 2. And the play
Mm-hmm.
call is just awful. That's
Atrocious.
really what
Mm-hmm.
comes down to it. Is these past few weeks the play call has just been awful, and you could say the same thing about Florida this year. They got rid of that problem, but the
Right.
play call with Shapen just throwing it right to the defensive tackle to lose that game against Florida is just
Right.
really just soul crushing. And this one was even worse because the Tennessee one, their season's still alive after that Tennessee game, but it's really over now. You could say it was already over after that Florida game, but
Right.
really, just to be a Mississippi State fan, it just really must suck because you're winning by 17, like pretty early in the fourth, but it's still the fourth quarter. You should be able to take this out, like, and get some first
I know.
downs. They just got a couple more first downs and just ran the ball more
The game's
effectively. Like the big changing point was giving the momentum to them was the roughing the passer and Arch Manning kind of gave them good field position to just score immediately. And then the punt return, you can't allow a punt return that late in the game to tie it.
right.
It's just unforgivable. It really is. And I don't even know what to say. Like it sucks. It sucks because I think this is a good Mississippi State team. And yeah,
Right.
just those two close home losses are just so deflating because those fans deserve to rush the field. They really do.
I know.
They stuck by
I
this
know.
team. They deserve a field rush. They really do. Like Texans does not
They
deserve
deserve
to
what
win.
right. They deserve what Vanderbilt's doing. Yeah.
Right. Right. It just sucks. And with Texas, they're still in the hunt there. 2 losses. I mean, they're not
Right.
they're not as good as Missouri or Oklahoma or even Tennessee, those 2
Right.
lost teams. But their season's still alive. I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but they really get on our nerves, I know. That's not bias at all. I don't think that's bias. I think it's just I think going into the year, they were just so hyped up, and it was people would just not stop talking about how good Texas was going to
Mhm.
be. They were preseason number one, and I think that's why they get so much stake in the AP poll is because they're ranked that high because they just cannot stop just looking back at that preseason ranking. I don't know if you saw this, Ben, but there was a
Mhm.
Twitter post earlier in the week. It was like Alabama just beat the preseason number 13 South Carolina. Alabama's really doing good. It's like, are you talking
Gosh,
about
three
preseason rankings in week 9?
right. Oh, I hope that's satire. Yeah,
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's like I saw some people.
you can't be.
Right.
South Carolina's a 5-loss team. You can't be saying that
I
with a
know.
straight
I
face.
know. And I saw another person like quote tweeted it, and he said, like, TCU just beat the number one preseason 1967 West Virginia team. That's pretty good.
Right.
It's
Well,
like,
it's funny because when South Carolina was actually number 11 and Vanderbilt dominated them by like 30 points or something like that in South Carolina Stadium, they downplayed it. But now when it means nothing, they're trying to give it to their darlings. That's crazy.
right. I know. That's
Just
just
because
insane.
it's Vanderbilt. It's just because it's
Yeah.
the Vanderbilt logo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's pretty much why Texas gets so much talk in there because that Longhorn logo means it just means a lot. Yeah, I
Right.
mean, did you see what happened to Arch Manning? I don't know if he's going to be out for that much in the season. He did get that like ankle
Right.
injury.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how bad that's going to be.
Yeah. It felt similar to Prbula. It's like, what are you
Right,
doing? Honestly, he's got to slide there.
right. I
I
know.
mean, I don't know why you elect not to slide. And I mean, it's overtime. Like, I know you're trying to get the win, but
Right.
like, there's so much season left.
Yeah.
And for a team that has a lot of like playoff and like bowl aspirations, like, there's so much of the season ahead. I don't know. You got to slide there. You
Yeah.
can't pull a Tua.
Hmm.
You really can't.
Right.
And like, especially when you're on the road, I know, and the backup ends up coming in and then he ends up winning the game. So, maybe we have a QB controversy in Texas. I don't know.
Yeah.
But probably, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Arch Manning is bad. It's just that he didn't near meet the massive expectations
Right.
that were set before him. He was never going to. I mean, it's just
No.
ridiculous. They've just been having him on the bench for a few years, and then when he finally gets to start, people were expecting him to be an all-star right away. And I didn't expect him to be an all-star, but I thought he would be a lot better than he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
No.
really did,
Yeah.
though.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Then
Yeah. You just
you wouldn't expect. I mean, they're barely ranked, and they were
yeah.
just unranked. Probably
Right.
still should be unranked, but
Yeah.
it's just like they beat Kentucky in overtime. Then they only score like
Yeah.
16 points throughout the game. It's like
Yeah.
it's really random. And Texas, I mean, they're just so weird. And I mean, they even didn't play great against. I mean, just about everybody that's not a complete nobody. I mean, that's awesome that you blew out Sam Houston. That's great. But it's like, like
Right.
I don't know. And
Yeah.
now they are winning some SEC games, but it's just like they got killed by Florida. Florida, who was like Billy Napier was on his last. That was his last stand right there. And then like the Kentucky win in overtime, and then Mississippi State in overtime. This one was more egregious. I think that Kentucky win was just so like defensive, and then they end up winning in
Hmm.
overtime. Where this one just felt like they really didn't belong and really just got the win. Like really didn't almost feel real the way they won this one.
Yeah.
Like I kept thinking like, no, eventually Mississippi State's gonna, they're gonna make sure that they finish it off. No, they're gonna finish it off, and then it's just like, oh my gosh, now it's in overtime, and now like, and then of course they don't respond. I mean, it was a horrible play calling from Mississippi State in
Yeah.
overtime. By the way, I mean first down was good play calling. It really was because it was a perfect slant play, and the guy just drops it. That's tough. But it's just like the continuous and the fact that they had timeouts and then refused to call them. Like, did they call him before the first delay game penalty or whatever it was, the false start or whatever it was?
Hmm.
No. The second one, no. And it's just like, you have a timeout. What are you saving it for double OT? You're not going to get to double OT unless you score here. So it's just stupid.
Yeah.
And they ended up losing that. But they shouldn't have even been in that situation. It's the same thing with South Carolina when you're talking about, do you let him score? Do you not? It's like, you shouldn't even be in that situation. You shouldn't have fumbled. You were just up by 8. You just had this game. Very similar thing. And it's very interesting. Like Texas and Alabama are barely escaping these types of teams. Alabama more so. I expect this from Texas. Alabama, I don't. Alabama's a lot better. But like Texas, really, really unfortunate that how their season has gone. Now they are getting wins. Like at least they're winning. But like it's similar to Virginia. It's like you're in overtime with Kentucky. you're getting blown out and somehow you beat Mississippi State, eventually you are going to drop games, and they already have dropped 2 games. So honestly, really not optimistic about Mississippi State, and would be very surprised if they made any buzz in January.
Mhm.